Well, hey guys, how's everybody going tonight? It's good to see everybody. We have a lot of great topics to talk about tonight. The first thing we want to talk about is these big YouTube changes that are happening. That's crazy. Got an email today, completely nuts. So we're going to talk about that.
We're also going to talk about today's beer selection for Thirsty Thursday is going to be Scofflaw Brewing Company Basement. We are also going to discuss the cold front that is pretty much gripping the entire country, and today's beer selection has something to do with it.
Absolutely, it does. But one of the cool things that we saw last week, we were watching a live stream from the Roads We Roam, Russ and Carrie, and we actually saw on live during the live super chat a channel, Blue Wave Odyssey, getting to 1,000 subscribers live, and I thought it was a great example of a community coming together to help another channel.
Of course, we are going to tell you about our own Airstream Argosy updates, but this is an open discussion tonight, as it always is for Thirsty Thursday. This is for you. This conversation is for you, so don't hesitate to ask us anything. Get the conversation started all on your own. If you don't like our topic conversation, so let's go ahead and get this party started.
Cool. So, huge news on YouTube today. I mean, it was gigantic news. So I got an email that kind of blew me away from YouTube, and I'm going to share some of that with you. And of course, then I watched a video that really explained in detail what YouTube is doing. Will it affect your channel? I don't know. Will it affect monetization on some channels? Yes, it will. So we're going to kind of talk about that right off the get-go, because that's really super big news today.
Yeah.
That could affect a lot of channels. I think the big hammer is coming down on YouTube. I think this is just the beginning of it. And so hopefully it's not going to affect everyone, but I do think it's going to affect a few people. So
we've got Geek Family Adventures in the house.
Oh, well, welcome, you guys. Absolutely. Good to see everybody.
Hi, Dublin, Ohio. Yeah, you're kind of getting dumped on.
Oh, my God. Yeah, absolutely.
I hope you're staying kind of warm.
So this is the email I got today, and then we'll kind of discuss it as a chat, and you guys can talk to each other. You can talk about the topic. You can talk whatever you want about, and then as we go, we'll kind of like say hi to people as they come in, for sure. So
of course.
Here's the email I got that really kind of got my attention. The very first thing it said: important changes may impact your monetization and content discoverability are coming. I'm like, what? So, and I kind of knew they were going to change some things, but as I read on, it then said, starting today, all creators are required to tell us if their content is made for kids in order to comply with COPPA. Now, COPPA is a California act that was enacted by law in California that definitely affects content for children on social media, specifically YouTube. And then, of course, it went on to say, this means we will disable personalized ads on this content, which affects revenue for creators making content for kids. Now, what's unclear when I read the new terms of service on YouTube that they sent out a few days ago was that who decides this stuff? Like, and what's the age of a kid? Like, is it 10, 11, 12? Is it 18? There's not even an age on the terms of service.
It would be 17, not 18.
Well, but
you kind of graduated.
Many people think that I act like a child, so I could be demonetized right off the bat. It goes on to say, if you
don't say that too loud.
It says, I know, the artificial intelligence is listening. If you don't set your content, or we detect error or abuse, we just may set your audience anyway. So they're just gonna, if you don't do it, they're gonna do it for you, which is always fine when, you know, artificial
I'd be
intelligence.
interested to see what Geek Family Adventures is the chime in on that and what you think of all of this.
Yeah. Well, if anybody thinks whatever, or if you've gotten this email, let us know. Of course, and then it goes on to say, you may face compliant issues with the FTC, and we may take action on your YouTube account. So I looked up the COPA, and then I looked up the FTC and what exactly the FTC was going to do if you weren't in compliant. And I was shocked. Then I watched the Daryl Eves video that just came out a few days ago. If you haven't watched it, you should. Guess how much the fine is from the Federal Trade Commission if they think you're not in compliant with COPA?
Well, it's not fair because I actually know the answer.
$45,000 per video.
I don't even know how that's possible.
I'm pretty sure we make like maybe $100 a year off of YouTube. We're gonna go in debt. So no kids videos on our channel for sure. But I think that's the beginning of YouTube making massive changes and possibly picking categories as far as which categories get monetized, which categories don't get monetized. I think that's the beginning of the big hammer that's coming down. Of course, the FTC did sue YouTube, and YouTube, because of the FTC finding them in violation, had to pay out millions of dollars to the FTC. And so they're taking it pretty serious. So if you see that little check mark when you upload a video saying, hey, is this a kid's video, make sure that you check no. I think they're going to do it per video. I can't see them doing it per channel, but they might. I don't know. I think a lot more changes are coming down the pike for that.
So
kind of weird.
I mean, content creating sites have and will always alter things as they feel the need to. Yep. It's inevitable. It's not a reliable source. Nothing is, particularly with the social media aspect. So things alter very, very, very quickly. I am not that educated on all the nitty gritty back end work of YouTube. Right. That's kind of your thing.
Dublin, Ohio.
Yep. So anyway, yeah. So everyone.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. So that's the big thing from YouTube. That's the big news from YouTube. If you've gotten that email, let us know. I'd like to hear from you guys what you think of it. Does it affect you? Does it not affect you? Do you care? Do you not care? In a way, I think that's a bigger picture issue with a lot of different channels. And also the Facebook cleared out 5.4 billion fake accounts this year on YouTube, on Facebook. And Instagram just got rid of like 2 million fake accounts. So
YouTube's next.
So I think
you think.
Yeah, I think social media is finally starting to clean things up. And I think the good old days of just posting anything and creating fake accounts are over. But I don't know. We'll definitely see. So let us know what you guys think about that. So what's our beer tonight?
I know you got.
I want to get into the beer.
You got really excited about. So today's beer selection is Scofflaw Brewing Company. It's an Indian Pale Ale named Basement. You can see that there. Slow-mo.
Very cool.
So cheers.
Yeah, let me open this up and see what this tastes like. Basement. Scofflaw Basement.
Yeah, so it has a really cool design. So cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers to each of you.
Cheers to you guys on Thursday.
I know. Happy Thirsty Thursday. I'm digging it.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm digging
That
it.
is not bad at all.
I'm
What is
digging
this?
the basement.
Is this an IPA? No, pale ale.
It's an Indian Pale Ale. It's
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I like it. So cheers to you guys. We actually really want to know what you guys are drinking for Thirsty
You guys
Thursday.
having a cocktail right now?
If so, put it in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
We actually want to be able to cheers to you as you crack open one
So
yourself.
So the basement, is there a reason why you got the basement pale ale?
So
Do you guys notice we both have jackets on right now?
I'm freezing to death. I'm sitting here like shaking. I'm so cold. So I really try. Sometimes I just like how a beer looks in the aisle. So when I go shopping for Thirsty Thursday every single week, I try and do something connected to the week or something that kind of stands out to me. And I don't know, for some reason this one stood out because I'm thinking, when I think of a basement, I don't think of like fancy homes with all the like heated basements and the the TV room and it's all like decked out. Like I think you're going into like a really dark basement.
Right.
And that's kind of how it feels here this week. It's been really, really cold, but we have no heat in our apartment.
Our apartment feels like we are in the bowels of a basement.
It does.
That's why we got the beer called
It
the basement.
It does.
And that's why we're wearing jackets right now. So, living in Atlanta, the thing is that when it drops down to like 30, people start panicking and they're thinking, oh God, if there's any moisture in there, it's going to snow.
Well,
and we're trapped in our homes forever.
So it did drop down to wind chill of 14 degrees. The earlier part, Monday and Tuesday, were wretchedly windy and
cold.
very, very cold. I know we have somebody from Ohio in here. If you're still in here,
they're like, God, you guys are whiners.
We are complete wimps. No. Actually, we have gone backpacking in seriously colder weather, and honestly, I'm warmer outside than I am in here. It's something about being in here. It does feel like a basement. It's really, really cold. So,
So cheers.
Indian Pale. Yeah. Cheers.
Absolutely.
Cheers to the basement.
It's a pretty good beer, and I love the scofflaw. I love that. It's like you're in the basement. You're
Scofflaw.
Yeah.
Brewing company.
Scofflaw.
I have no idea. Scofflaw Brewing Company. I don't know where they're out of.
Breaking some law, obviously.
Scofflaw.
So anyway,
but I mean, it's been cold. So whoever's in the chat, go ahead and throw a comment up. Let us know where you guys are from. We have Ohio in the room, and how cold is it where you're at? We're very interested to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, it's been really, really cold across the country. I think that's something that everybody's been experiencing. It's just the typical early wave, and I think it's pretty early for most. I think the news said that we were breaking like 193 records,
right,
all across the country.
Yep.
For extremely low temps this early.
Yep.
So to be honest, I'm a little surprised it's this early. The only other time we've experienced it this early was two winters ago in Georgia, where we had early snowfall in early December, and that's pretty rare for us down here. So yeah.
Well, I think that our friends, they were in Tennessee, and they said,
screw it.
They were like, we're going down to Florida.
Yeah.
And so that's where we'd rather be. Right now, we cannot wait to go to the Tampa RV show in January, because that's usually when our neck of the woods around northern Georgia, that's usually the worst weather. Yeah. December, we always get the floods.
Yeah.
Always floods in December.
It is the rainiest season Georgia has, it feels
rainy.
like.
And but then cold, and so we'll be down in Florida at least half of the month in January. Yeah. So we're really looking forward really looking forward to that. So how was everybody's week? Let us know. If you guys are coming in, let us know where you're from. Post a chat on, let us know where you guys are coming in from. So what else we got going on?
So late last week, I think it was Friday, we jumped in on another channel that we follow, Russ and Carrie from The Roads We Roam.
Mm-hmm.
And they really have a strong community built, something we're really working towards. And so it was really beautiful to watch their live chat and the community of support. Now, their community is very, very active with them and very supportive. So they shouted out a channel that was very, very close to hitting a goal in subscriber numbers. And to watch that community come together and support the overall goal of supporting these smaller channels or these newer channels, it was beautiful to watch.
Yeah, it was. So Blue Wave Odyssey, they had about 9. They were at about 960 somewhere when they first started when Russ and Carrie started the live chat, and they were really looking to get 1,000. Well, by the end of the live chat, they were really close. I mean, I think they were like at that 994, and just to watch the RV community come together and to get these guys, or try as hard as we could to get them over the hump. I mean, Ariane subscribed. If you had 3 accounts on YouTube, we were subscribing, and just so they would get that 1,000 subscriber perk, and they could go live like we are on their YouTube channel. And so it was really kind of cool. It was really, really kind of cool to see all the RV community come together and just help somebody out. And that's what we love to see.
Yeah.
And nobody does it better than Russ and Carrie on The Roads We Roam, as far as really building community for their live Friday night wine, and then I think they do like
Coffees with Carrie.
I think that's Saturday or Sunday. I can't really remember.
Oh,
it's in the morning. It's on the morning. But Friday night wine is just awesome. It's a crazy group of people, and we hope Thursday can, if we do half of what they do,
even a quarter at this point.
Oh my God, I would be so happy, so happy.
Yeah, I think it's challenging to build a community. Sometimes because it's slow going. Sometimes it can be a little discouraging to see lack of participation. But at the end, we love connecting with people in a really unique way. And I think for us, we're kind of people. We're people. And we really like that one-on-one connection. So it's something that we're really striving for. So if you enjoy cracking open a beer or a cocktail or anything for Thirsty Thursdays, please do regularly join us and help us build a community so that we have that added value of support to others when necessary and when needed. So
otherwise, it's just me and Ariane watching Dino chew his bone right now, which he always seems to want to do when we're trying to go live.
Hi, Crossroads Bandit.
Or record a podcast. So he's like, oh, I'm just gonna go and just chew my bone while you guys are going live.
So Crossroads Bandit, hi, how are you? I said RV community is the best. Truly, I don't know what it is about the RV community, but they're so far what we've explored from it, and we're newer into the RV community channels. Truly though, there's a bond that's unbreakable there, and it's really nice to see. So hi, and thank you for joining in.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on in. Really appreciate that. Good to see you guys. We're talking about a couple different topics with the YouTube and the cold, and watching The Roads We Roam, and helping another RV community get to 1,000 subscribers. So it's been kind of like one of those weeks where we had to deal with a lot of different things with the cold weather, being jealous of everybody that could actually move their home and go to warmer climates, living in our basement.
You know what? It's funny because we were warmer in our RV. We were warmer in our RV than we are in our apartment, which is really messed up.
Crazy.
Because we had a wood burning stove going, and in here we have absolutely no heat. So it's kind of strange to think, you know, you go into a home that is even more exposed to the elements, and you're actually warmer. So I'd be loving being there right now.
So last weekend we got the Airstream up to 67 degrees with a wood burning stove when the temperature was 32. So that's not bad.
I thought it was lower than that at one point.
It did. It dropped later on.
Okay.
It did drop later on at night.
Yeah.
But we didn't soak the stove.
No, but it was still awesome. But it was
kind of amazing.
It was actually a really good weekend. So we spent all weekend last weekend working on painting the interior for its final coat.
Right.
And it was really nice to see because we had painted it a little while ago and then built on it. So we had all these scuff marks on the walls and, you know, pencil drawings to where like things would be hung. And we ended up getting a really pristine white final coat. And we have a video on our channel. The most recent video kind of shows what that looks like and what paint we used to do it. But it was a very successful weekend. And it was really nice to kind of see all those final touches coming together because we are so close to being done. So close.
Hello hey, good to see you guys. Thank you so much. The best of us, the Floros. Did I say that right? Hello from Dwayne. Hey, we just got home. Hey,
Dwayne
guys.
and Deanne. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys here.
Yeah, there's a lot of new names here, so it's kind of
it's very cool. It's very exciting.
We're seeing more names tonight that we haven't seen in the past. So either you're just now joining us, or you've been around, you just haven't commented. So hi and thank you.
Cool. Thank you guys so much.
But yeah, we're getting there. We're so close to the final touches. You know, January is really going to be like the big go month where everything kind of comes together and those like wheels are ready to hit the road.
Well, I mean, we're ready now. The only thing that we would not have is we wouldn't have propane coming into the Airstream, and we wouldn't have the solar's all hooked up. All the wires are hooked up. All I have to do is attach the solar panels to the top of the Airstream. That's it. So other than that, it's done. We painted it. We kind of gave it a third coat, a really good shiny coat on the inside. Because, you know, we've been working on this thing, and when we painted it, it was like, oh my God, it looked really good. And then, you know, we worked on it for another, 4 or 5 months, and, you know, we had scuff marks and we had handprints and everything.
Oh my God,
else.
so many greasy handprints.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
And so we just thought, we're going to give it one more coat of paint to give it a really good shiny top coat. And then of course the end caps, if you guys watch that video, was these end caps are old ABS plastic. And so one of the big debates Ariane and I had, and I know couples, you guys can identify with this, but one of the debates we had was flat or semi-gloss. And so we went back and forth for a long time. Ariane was like, I want it flat.
I want it flat.
I'm like, I want it semi-gloss. And so we went back and forth forever.
And I won in the initial round, not knowing very much about RVs and everything that they're exposed to. And turns out gloss was the more appropriate place to go. So I wonder how many people who have painted theirs have actually made an error in going flat because it's impossible to clean. Right. I didn't really want a shiny look until I started realizing the practicality of what that shiny look offers you, and now I'm fully on board.
15 more. Hey guys, Just Jill here. Hey, Just Jill. Bro, Jill, how you doing? Just Jill. Just Jill. No, we gotta do this.
Just Jill. I think she changed her name officially. I can't remember what it was.
That's awesome.
Hi, Jill.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, it's really cool to see you here.
Very
Welcome.
cool. Very, very cool.
So Crossword Bandit, new subscriber as today. We saw you on Facebook. Looking
awesome.
forward to watching your videos. We are Crystal and Bo. Nice to meet you guys. Well,
Crystal
hello.
and Bo, really nice to meet you guys.
Very
too,
good
man.
to meet
That's
you.
awesome. And then Chug-a-Lug Living.
Chug-a-lug Doug.
Chug-a-lug Doug.
Chug-a-lug
Hi, Internet
Doug.
family. Very cool.
Hi.
That's awesome, you guys. That's really cool.
It's
Good to see
actually
you guys.
really, really exciting. So thank you, community. This is kind of what all these new faces, all these new names that are coming in. This like excites us more than we can even
really
imagine.
Does. It really does.
I don't know why, but like I get really sentimental about seeing new things pop up because it means that we're building a community. So thank you.
Yeah.
And welcome everybody.
That's very cool. So one of the things that we've had a real kick about with our podcast. So we have a podcast called Charleston Trail. Jill knows that. Jill's gone hiking with us because of the podcast. And I can't even, that's the biggest adrenaline feeling that I think you can get is that when you put content out there, you don't think anybody's watching, you don't think anybody's listening. And then, you say, hey man, come out with us. Come meet us. We'll go out to dinner or we'll go, grab a beer, we'll go backpacking, we'll go hiking, or we'll just let's meet. And people come out and you just make friends with them for life. You just build that great community, and it's really, really, really cool. And we took Jill, Ariane and I both are part-time guides, outdoor guides, and so we put these trips together, blah, blah, blah. And Jill came with us and she went backpacking, and Jill's just the greatest. So I just spoke with Jill a couple of days ago. Jill,
I think it's colder in our apartment right now than it was on Isle Royal.
It's definitely colder in the apartment. Yeah, so, definitely colder.
This is why we are decked out in our puppies indoors. Yeah. We are freezing cold right now.
It's cool. I think we have a gap in our front door that a horse could walk under. I mean, it is, we go so we have this really tiny, small place. And so we're always going back between here and the Airstream, here, back and forth. We really have two homes.
Two homes.
And so when we're in Atlanta, the other one half of our apartment where we have the heaters, it's okay. It's cold, but it's okay. But then you walk over by the door and you're like, oh dear God, it's the tundra. I mean, it's like gotta be a 10-degree temperature difference. And it's like, I don't know, what is it? Maybe 250 square feet, if that. It's a small place.
It's pretty small.
So anyway, it's pretty.
It's just slightly wider than our Airstream.
Chug-a-lug Doug, I will be your friend if you buy me dinner.
Done.
Well, where? We're on a tight budget. So, but yes, maybe that could be. We'll take you out backpacking for sure. Very cool. It's good. That's very funny.
Too
very,
funny.
very funny. So that's been our crazy. Week where the temperature tomorrow is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be near 50, and for Atlanta, that's a go outside and play. So
50 degrees. It's like put on the sandals, the flip flops. Throw on some shorts, wear the sunglasses outside and go play on the beach.
And then we'll be at the Airstream. We'll go and live in the Airstream for the weekend. So, it's crazy. The Airstream's about an hour north from here. So it's a constant drive back and forth. And if you are from the South and you have any kind of, if you've ever driven through Atlanta, even though it's about a 45-minute drive on a good day. Otherwise, if you leave at the wrong time, it could literally be an hour and a half drive. To go. I think it's like 40 miles.
But the benefit is that so it is currently being housed on a farm. And that farm has endless amounts of goats, it feels like. And they are always pregnant and popping out little babies. And so last week we were there, and there was a 1-day-old cute little baby that had been rejected by its mom. And so we were playing around with this little baby goat, just
in the
like
house.
happy as
This
could
isn't on
be.
the farm.
Happy
It's
as
in
could
the
be.
house. The baby goat
Yeah.
thinks it's a dog at this point. And I always find that amazing that baby goats, because they have a lot of dogs on the farm, I'm always amazed at these baby goats that really adapt more to the dogs
Right.
than, and they act like dogs. They will jump in your lap and they want to be petted. Their little tail wags.
We had just finished painting the inside this past weekend, and there's this one goat who we kind of helped raise as a baby, and it's probably less than a year old.
To our detriment, we should not have helped raise this goat at all.
This goat is catastrophe. I mean catastrophe. The cutest goat, but gets into just about anything and everything that could lead to trouble. And so this goat it thinks that our Airstream is its home, because when she was a cute little goat, we let her in a lot. That kind of backfired this weekend. So we painted fresh coat
in the midst of painting.
paint.
I mean, in the midst of painting. I mean, the paint tray is out, the paint can is out.
Here comes.
I've got the roller in my hand, and that goat jumped right into our Airstream.
Here comes Pippa. Her name is Pippa, and she just bolts right in there. And I mean, she's a big goat now. And she comes bolting through, and I run in after her, trying to grab her. Had we had that on video, I'm pretty sure that we could have won some money on America's Funniest Video.
Oh yeah, absolutely. and so Ariane, I hear Ariane scream, "No!" So I'm on the other side of the Airstream. So she goes in. Luckily, Pippa had a dog collar on.
Well, they do that to identify the goat.
So Ariane was able to grab Pippa and pull her out of the Airstream, and I'm like, damage report. I felt like Star Trek, like Captain Kirk, damage report. And Ariane's like, no damage. She did not jump on the bed. I'm like, she was going to jump on the bed.
I don't know how that she didn't end up lathered in paint.
Yeah. Or a big, big wet paint mark on the wall.
It's not like our Airstream is like wide enough for a big goat to run through.
9 feet wide.
So,
and in the bathroom area, it's probably 2 to 3 feet wide.
So this is why we don't get a lot done on a weekly basis when we go.
No.
We're always battling a few different comical and frustrating elements, of course, being out on a farm.
I wish we could say that Pippa was the first goat that's been in the Airstream, but that would not be true. We've had chickens in the Airstream. We had a bird in the Airstream. We've had goats in the Airstream. It's pretty much a wildlife sanctuary for the farm, for animals just to come in and hang out while I'm working. And Pippa, Pippa loves to do, she loves to go underneath the Airstream and bump her head on the bottom belly pan. So I'm always hearing tin go up and down, and I'm thinking that goat's gonna pop its head right through the floor, but it hasn't happened yet. As you can see, we cannot wait to pull the Airstream off the farm. So anyway, so I think that's about it, you guys. Really appreciate. Thank you guys so much. The Best of Us, Chugala Doug,
Crossroads
Bandit. Thank you guys so
and of
much
course,
for coming
15 more. Thank you.
15 more. Geek Family Adventures. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We really super appreciate you guys, and we're gonna be here every Thursday. Even if it's Ariane and I talking to ourselves, we're gonna be here every Thursday. And
come with questions next time.
Absolutely.
Get to know us. Ask us anything. We're an open book, and we love to build that community. So we hope to see you next week.
You guys have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there, and we will see you guys later. Well, bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.